Hello everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm Jackie and I create mosaics using sea glass. And today I'm going to show you how sea glass mosaics come in many different sizes. So if you've been watching my YouTube videos, you've probably heard me mention that I recycle old frames and windows for my sea glass mosaics. And you may choose to use a brand new frame. You might have a really specific idea of what you want, and you want a frame that's just the right size and just the right color. And if that's what you choose to do, that's perfect. It's your piece of art. You can do what you want. My choice in doing sea glass mosaics is to recycle frames and windows because I'm all about sending as little to the landfill as we can possibly do. So it's a bit of an environmental thing, and it's a bit of I just really like old windows and old frames. So I look for things that are really kind of unique and special, and I basically have to use what I can find. So what happens is that I often have a frame and it's like, well, what am I going to do on this one? So I wanted to show you how varied my projects are based on the frames that I can find. So I do things, I have a few that are here, and I'm going to show you these and I'll give you a bit of an idea of some of my upcoming projects. So if you want to see what I do with all these frames, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and eventually these will hopefully all be filled with sea glass. So this is a little frame that I got. I get this one, I think, at a thrift shop. If you go to thrift shops, you can find some old frames. They often have pictures in them that aren't very appealing. I don't even look at the picture. I look at the frame. Is it unique? Is it kind of cool? Is it a good shape? Then I will pick it. I don't usually pick things this small, but this was a really funky frame, so I got that one. And it's square, which is a bit different. And then I get some that are like this, which is 8 by 10 frame. I find 5 by 7 a little too small for my liking, but 8 by 10 is about as small as I go. And it's kind of a neat frame. So this one, I've already got a design planned. I'm going to do a little bit of an abstract design, and it's going to be all using really tiny, tiny pieces of sea glass. So that one I hope will come out kind of cool. And then I get some like this that are 10 by 14. If you get like ones that are a little bit bigger, like the 16 by 20, I love that size. A little bit bigger than that is even better. I love those bigger frames. I don't have any here right now. And then I've been collecting old windows, and I have quite a collection. So if you want to go a bit bigger with your sea glass project, you can choose an old window. And I love using old windows. They're quite a bit bigger, quite a bit heavier, but I have quite a collection of old windows, and I'm hoping to get sea glass projects done on a lot of them. I'll probably not fill them all. Now this type of a window is fairly easy to find. It's a 6-pane window, and a lot of these windows are being replaced with more insulated windows, and better for your house, but I hope these don't go to landfill because they are beautiful. And you put a sea glass project in them and it just makes them lovely. So those are really nice. And I find I can get a lot of these either by the side of the road when people have thrown them out. Sometimes people have given them to me. I find them at antique shops, thrift shops, yard sales. There's lots of places to find them. And then ones like this aren't quite as common, but really cool. It's a smaller window with the 4 panes. Really excited to do something on that. I think I'm going to do a bit of an underwater scene on that one. And then I've got a few of these 3-paned ones. They came out of a local farmhouse here, and I just love them. There's quite a few 3-pane windows around. If you can get a hold of one, they make great projects. I'm hoping to get sea glass projects done on all of these ones I have here. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and you'll see what I do with them, because eventually I will do a project and I'll show you what I do. Now some of them don't have any panes in them. And like here's one that's just a single pane, and I can put it like this, or I can put it like this, or I can do whatever I want with it. I've quite a few with just a single pane, and I find you can be really imaginative or creative in what you're doing because you're not limited or boxed in by the panes. So that one will be a really cool project. Now this one, a little bit harder to come by. It's got 8 panes in it. I was so excited to find this. I found 2 of them. I think I got them at an antique shop. And I haven't decided yet what I'm doing on this one, but I'm quite excited to see what it looks like when it's done. So the 8 panes sort of will give me a little bit of guidance on doing something fairly creative with that one. And now this window is quite close to my heart. It comes out of our local church when they decided to replace all the windows. I got a couple of these, and this one is really special. I got another one like this, and I've already done a project on it, and I just love it. So I'm quite excited to do something on that one as well. Whoops, better not knock these over, can't break them. You will find that with these windows, the glass is thicker than it is in a frame, and they'll take the weight of your sea glass fairly well, so you can be fairly creative, put lots of sea glass on it, and the glass is going to hold it. You might find in your frames, the glass is thinner in frames than it is in windows. For the smaller ones, not an issue, because you're not using too much sea glass. It'll take the weight of the sea glass, no problem. But in a bigger frame, if you're concerned about the glass being too thin, just you'll have to get a piece of glass cut for it. So this window, really cool. I got 2 of these at a yard sale one day, and I was so excited. I think they came out of the, they would have been like the side lights in a door, and they're really neat. So this one I've already got planned, a bit of an abstract design, so I'm hoping to get that one started fairly soon. Now the last window I'll show you is massive, and this is another church window that I got when the windows were replaced in our church near our cottage. And this is huge. See, if I lift it up, it goes all the way to the floor, and it's very, very heavy. And then when you fill it with sea glass, extremely heavy, but it's beautiful, and I just can't wait to do something with it. So if you have any questions about my frames and about recycling, just send me a message or a comment. I hope this has inspired you to recycle some old windows, some old frames, and preserve a piece of history as well, because all of these windows have seen a lot over the years, because they've been sitting in houses or sitting in this case in a church or a barn or somewhere, and they have a lot of history to them. So in the name of preserving history and recycling things instead of sending them to the landfill, I hope that this has inspired you to use some old things. So thanks for joining me today. I hope this has been helpful, and until next time, happy sea glass hunting.